Hey there, thank you for joining us today. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge you for being here. Please pay close attention for the duration of this video, and if you find it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. Let's get started. Have you ever looked up at the vast silent expanse of the night sky and wondered about our place in it all? We search for answers to life's greatest questions. Where did we come from? Where are we going? And for many, one of the most profound questions is about our final chapter. Within certain streams of Christian belief, there exists a powerful and mysterious idea, the rapture, in simple terms, a moment of divine intervention. The belief that at a future time unknown to us, Jesus Christ will return not to the earth but to the skies above. In that instant, all believers, living and deceased, will be caught up to meet him in the air. This is not a story of spaceships or alien abduction. It is a deeply spiritual concept, a cornerstone of faith for millions. The word rapture itself doesn't appear in most English Bible translations. It comes from the Latin rapiemur, we shall be caught up. The idea is drawn from a passage in the first letter to the Thessalonians. It describes a dramatic, sudden gathering. Imagine it: in the blink of an eye, a vast multitude simply vanishes from the earth, taken from their cars, their homes, their workplaces, lifted up, transformed, united with their Savior in the clouds, escaping great trouble below. For believers, the rapture is not an ending but a glorious beginning, the ultimate reunion, the fulfillment of a divine promise, a rescue from a world spiraling into chaos and judgment. After this event, a period of immense suffering, the tribulation, is believed to unfold on earth. Those who are raptured are spared this fate, brought into the presence of God, safe and secure. This belief shapes how many live their lives, a reminder of a reality beyond our own, a hope that transcends the struggles and heartaches of our daily existence, a promise whispered through generations, a beacon of light in a dark world. But it's complex and debated. Not all Christians share this interpretation. Some see the catching up as symbolic or as happening at the very end of time, not before tribulation. Timing, nature, and certainty of the rapture are intense theological questions. Is it a literal physical event or a metaphor for spiritual transformation? The rapture remains one of the most compelling mysteries of faith, a puzzle inviting us to look deeper into our own beliefs about the end of our story. For countless believers, the rapture is not a source of fear. It is the ultimate source of hope. It is a promise of deliverance, a light at the end of a long tunnel. Think of it as the ultimate homecoming in a world filled with uncertainty, with news of war, disease, division. The idea of a divine rescue is incredibly powerful. It provides a sense of purpose and reassurance. No matter how difficult life gets, no matter how dark the world seems, there is an escape plan. It's not just about avoiding suffering. It's about being united with God in perfect peace and joy. This hopeful perspective changes how people view the present and the future. It encourages a life of readiness, not out of panic, but out of joyful anticipation. Like waiting for a beloved to return from a long journey, you keep the house clean, you prepare a feast, you live each day expecting their arrival. Many who await the rapture live this way. They focus on faith and on spreading love. They share hope with others and strive to be their best. This hope inspires charity, forgiveness, unwavering faith. Stories passed down in families and churches bring comfort. When a believing loved one dies, sorrow is softened by the promise of reunion. They are not gone forever, just waiting in the clouds. The rapture promises the dead in Christ will rise first, then those alive will join them. Death becomes a temporary see you later. It's a comfort and a promise that love triumphs over the grave. This hope offers a lens on world events. When chaos erupts, when political systems falter, when natural disasters strike, many interpret these as signs. They see the prophesied end times drawing near and the rapture getting closer. This doesn't create apathy. For many, it increases urgency to live righteously. It's a reminder our time here is short and our true citizenship is heavenly. It turns a chaotic world into a stage for a divine finale. On the other side of hope, there is a profound and sobering warning. For every soul that anticipates the rapture with joy, there is a deep concern for those who might be left behind. This is the cautionary tale woven into the fabric of the rapture's promise. It paints a grim picture of a world in sudden, inexplicable chaos. Imagine the moment it happens. Pilots vanish from cockpits, drivers disappear from behind the wheel, cars career out of control, surgeons vanish mid-operation, parents disappear, leaving their children crying and alone. The world is thrown into immediate panic and confusion. This fuels the urgent warnings. This perspective is not meant to be needlessly frightening. It is a wake-up call. Also a plea for spiritual preparedness. The rapture is not just a rescue for the faithful. It is a moment of separation, a dividing line. The message is clear. The time to choose is now. Faith is not passive. It is an active, conscious decision. Warnings come with urgency and deep love. Examine your heart and beliefs before that final, irreversible moment. Are you truly ready? The world after the rapture is terrifying. A world without the salt and light of the church. The tribulation begins. 7 years of unprecedented suffering ruled by a charismatic but evil world leader. The Antichrist, plagues, famines, wars, natural disasters. Those left behind face pressure to accept a mark, the mark of the beast, sealing their eternal fate. This prophecy motivates believers to share their faith, to spare loved ones. This cautionary tale forces us to confront consequences. Our choices have eternal significance. Not all paths lead to the same destination. Complacency is the greatest enemy, a world lulled into a false sense of security, distracted by material possessions, distracted by temporary pleasures. The world left behind faces a spiritual battle, a call to arms. Pay attention, seek truth, decide where you stand before time runs out. History is filled with individuals who believed they had unlocked the secret of the rapture's timing. One of the most famous and recent examples is that of Harold Camping. He was an American Christian radio broadcaster and the head of Family Radio, a network that spread his teachings across the country and the world. Camping devoted years of his life to a complex numerological study of the Bible. He believed he had discovered a hidden timeline within its pages. He became utterly convinced that he knew the exact date of the rapture. He boldly proclaimed the event would take place on May 21st, 2011. This was not a vague prediction. It was a specific, unshakable declaration. Believers who followed his teachings took drastic measures. They quit their jobs, they sold their homes and possessions, they poured their life savings into a massive advertising campaign. Thousands of billboards and caravans announced the impending Judgment Day. Families traveled across the country to be together for the final moment. The media was captivated, documenting the unwavering faith of his followers as the date drew closer. For them, this was not a matter of if but when, and Harold camping had provided the when. Their conviction was absolute, a public and costly display of their belief in his calculations. The sun rose and the sun set, and the world continued on as it always had. There was no great disappearing act, there was no global earthquake for the faithful who had given up everything. The day was met with profound confusion, disappointment, and heartbreak. Harold Camping, initially secluded, emerged to explain his miscalculation. He revised his prophecy, stating that May 21st had been a spiritual judgment. He said the physical rapture would occur 5 months later on October 21st, 2011. But the damage was done. The faith of many was shattered, and the public spectacle led to widespread ridicule. When October 21st also passed uneventfully, Camping and his followers were forced to confront a difficult reality. Eventually admitted his error and retired from public life, acknowledging that the Bible itself warns that no one can know the day or the hour. The story of Harold Camping serves as a powerful and modern cautionary tale. It highlights the dangers of human certainty when dealing with divine mysteries. While his intentions may have been sincere, the outcome was one of immense emotional and financial devastation for those who trusted him. It's a stark reminder that the future, especially a future held in God's hands, is not a puzzle for us to solve. So, we are faced with this profound mystery, a story of hope for some, a tale of warning for others, a source of confusion for many. We are told that the hour is unknown, a secret locked away from human understanding. How then are we meant to live? If the call is to be ready, what does readiness truly look like? Perhaps the answer is not to be found in scanning the headlines for signs or in trying to decode ancient prophecies. Perhaps true readiness is a matter of the heart. It is about cultivating a certain way of being in the world, prepared for eternity no matter when or how it arrives. Living in readiness can mean living a life of purpose and love. It means not withdrawing from the world, but engaging with it more deeply. If you believed you might be called away at any moment, wouldn't you want to make sure your relationships were in order? Wouldn't you be quicker to forgive, more generous with your time, more vocal about your love for the people around you? Readiness is not about packing a spiritual go bag. It's about unpacking your heart and pouring it out in service and kindness. Live each day to its fullest. No regrets, no words left unsaid, no good deeds left undone. Preparedness is also a state of peace. A life lived in constant fear is not what is intended. The core message is peace that surpasses understanding. True readiness means trusting that peace. Let go of anxiety and focus on the relationship with the divine. Right now, shift from fearing what you might be left behind for to celebrating who you are going to. From frantic escape to joyful homecoming, quiet confidence, steady faith unshaken by the future. Whether the rapture is a literal event or a symbol of spiritual transformation, the advice is the same. Live with integrity, love your neighbor, seek justice, practice mercy, cultivate gratitude, forgive. Live this way and you are ready for another day on this beautiful earth and ready for whatever comes next. Focus on the quality of the journey. Let this mystery unite rather than divide. What does this mean for you? This is where our exploration ends and your conversation begins. Share your thoughts, your stories, and your questions. Let us learn from one another, because in the end, it is in the sharing of our journeys that we find connection, understanding, and perhaps a clearer glimpse of the truth we all seek. A call to live kinder, better, more meaningfully, starting today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more content. Your support helps us grow and bring you more inspiring stories.